Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, continuing the series SNCF 317. Today the video is very short and important as well. What if FMC failed? FMC goes down. Actually, the 6.6 what we are working, you cannot make a redundancy like a failover for that as a virtual machine. I'm talking, not as a hardware appliance. Um, I think they modified this option in 7.0. I didn't try it. I will try it and inform you. But this is not our video actually or our series. Uh, what if your FMC really failed? Uh, you need to understand this why I postponed this topic until this end, because I wanted you to go through all the process that we went to see how FMC will be integrated with third party, how FMC will be integrated, will be communicated with the Cisco AMP, and how the SHA calculation will be like found for any file, etc. I explained this in the file policy, but let's see. What if FMC failed? Yes, it will lose connectivity to Cisco AMP, which lose file hash checks. Great. Lose connectivity with the Active Directory users and the group. True. Lost network analysis correlations, like the huge and important reporting and analysis, what we did and what we saw, and even like the network discovery, what we happened, all is happening via the FMC. So yes, and also I cannot do any more configuration with the firepower with our FTDs. This is like problem. Yeah, the FTD will be working fine, dropping, accessing, uh, like as per the access policy, everything. But this thing actually is massive for us that when your FMC goes down. So what will be happening exactly? Let me guide you through the hash lookup procedure. But before that, let me go to here. We have here our FMC. Maybe I can get the pen. So, okay. So, we have here the FMC, and we have here our Active Directory, and we have here the FTD, and all these, give the mouse, go up, connected to the internet, and let's say that here the internet, and here the AMP that getting me the updates of any new signature or something happened. So let's remember exactly. Maybe I can make it small, then I can find one more small. Okay, that's quick enough for me. Okay, great. So what will be happening is, if you can remember with me, I explained this, then the firepower devices read the data file when the file like present here. This is regarding the app, okay? Then the firepower will check this file or read this file data packet that modified policy rules, of course. Then the device build the file out of the network flow and calculate the SHA 256 of the file, right? After that, what? Oh, I don't know anything about it. So I will send to the FMC. The FMC first will check the internal hash if it had this like SHA calculation before. The FMC, it does not have The disposition is then send forwarded to the device. Sorry, it will send it to the AMP. Then the AMP will do this calculations. After the AMP do this calculation, it will send back to the FMC. FMC will save it in or hash it, okay, and after that it will send the disposition file to the firepower. You see this process? Thank you very much. There is no this process if your FMC is down, because the firepower, if you can see, is not communicating directly with the AMP. The firepower is communicating directly with the FMC. FMC do its job. It hasn't this local. Yes, go back. Send the disposition file to the firepower. Does not have? Please check with the AMP. Of course, all of this will be happening like in 2 seconds, if like more. So it will like pass the file. But I'm talking now about the huge procedure. This is one thing. Second thing, if you remember, and I hope that you revise everything. When I'm integrating the FMC with the Active Directory, there is nothing for firepower is here. The FMC will be integrated with the Active Directory, then the FMC will uh, 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 grab all the users inside the FMC, and after that you can apply the identity policy based on the users from the Active Directory, and this is professionally what's happening in your real environment. So if also your FMC is down, so any like policy regarding this identity policy and your access control policy, the identity policy will be like down, will not be working. Okay, and also add one more thing, ICE. How the ICE integration with the FMC. So also the ICE will be like disconnected. What else? What else can be done there? If we go to like yes here, so like the analysis here, what's happening, the analysis, all this reporting, this is come from where? This is all stored in the FMC, right? For example, the correlation that we explained, the correlation purely it depending on another policies, another events, sorry, and is doing the action for that. So this is yet definitely we will lose it. What else? Many things like it's happening on the FMC will be lost. Network discovery is working on the FMC itself, discover all and scan all your environment here. And after that, it will get you the user, the devices, with the models, with the version, with many things. All this, yes, you will lose it. And also, you cannot control definitely your FTD firepower. You cannot modify, you cannot add rules, add whatever you want. You cannot. So this is what if your FMC goes down. So let's here return back to the procedure, like how it's happening. When file presents to FTD, then FTD build the file and calculate the hash value. Great. Then FTD will send the calculated chat 256 to the FMC. Great. FMC will check the existing cache if it had the calculated hash sent by FTD. If not, then FMC will send it to the AMP Cloud for checking. Great. AMP Cloud return the disposition to FMC. FMC will first cache the results, the hash, okay, value, and after that, then the file disposition sent to the FTD for the necessary action. So this is actually will be you will forget about it completely. So this is actually all about this, but this is actually important for you to understand what will be happening if your FMC goes down. So if you like it, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and see you next one.